Hello, I am Stuart Saunders from Saunders Tree Service. I am the owner and I'm your climber. Today I'm here to answer some of your questions. Well, Saunders Tree Service, basically I'm Saunders Tree Service. Stuart Saunders, I've been climbing trees for 21 years in the business. I've had our company for a few years now. I've been in the trees for 21 years, climbing as a tree climber in yards. And I spent my whole life in the tree industry. I was a logger prior to that. And the reason you want to hire us, because we're good. When we leave, you won't know we were there, but there's a tree gone. I have a different philosophy for our company than most tree companies. I'm not in this to get rich. I'm in this to make the customer happy. Once the customer's happy, the customer will get me more customers, and I'll live comfortable. Well, you got to check their reviews, see what other people are saying about them. The big companies, yeah, they'll get your job done, but they're in it to get rich. Small companies, we're trying to just keep you guys happy so we can keep having a job. So it's really what you're looking for, but their reviews are going to tattletale them. It's going to tell you exactly what other people think of them. Well, there's a few things you should look for. How long has their climber been climbing? There's 1,000 climbers in this state. It's a lot of trees, probably 10 times that. But there's only a few long climbers. There's not a lot of climbers that have been in the business for very long because it's a young man's profession. I will show up. I usually give myself an hour of window, kind of like the cable guy. That's just some people need to talk more, and then there's traffic and blah, blah, blah. So, I'll give you an hour window, and usually I'm at the beginning of that hour window, but sometimes I'm not. Just depends on the customer before you, what they needed. And then when I show up, basically you're going to tell me what you want done, and I will tell you how easy it is to do it. I base my bids on 50% climb, 50% cleanup. So I'll figure out what the climb takes. It's going to take how long it's going to take me to do that job, and then I figure out how long it's going to take for the boys to clean it up, and that's how you get your bid. I give veterans discounts and senior discounts. Depending on the discount size, depends on the size of the job, But and usually within a week or so, you'll have your estimate. What we do is we send you a contract ready to go. If you like the numbers, you scan it out, sign it, scan it back in, and we immediately put you on the schedule as soon as we receive that signed contract. Now that all depends on the weather. Sometimes I'm a week out. Sometimes if there's a big windstorm, I could be a month out. So your best bet is if you're just doing something that isn't emergency, try and get on the schedule during times when there's not a lot of weather. Because once we start getting emergency calls, everybody who's not in emergency calls, it goes on the back burner. And that's just tree work. We're sorry about that, but there's nothing we can do. There's emergency work has to be done immediately. Well, if the tree's too big for you to prune, that's a pretty good reason. But because we know what we're doing. We know, I can explain it to you, but without me standing there giving you a tutorial and you can see it, you probably shouldn't do it. If you're fruit trees and you want to get fruit, definitely don't prune your trees. Call us. What I will suggest when you call me and tell me it's a fruit tree and you want to get fruit, I'm going to say don't prune it till the fall. Wait till all leaves fall off it and it goes into hibernation. And then we come in and we can do whatever you want. But if I come in right before you're ready to get fruit, I'm going to send the tree into shock, and you're not going to get fruit that year or the next year. It's going to take 2 years for that tree to recoup, and then you'll start getting fruit again. Basically, any leaf tree, if it's real big and you want to take a lot, you got to wait till it's in hibernation. And you guys will say, oh, no problem, I can do it. But yeah, it can be done, but you're stressing your tree. General rule, 1/3. Never take more than 1/3 of the foliage off of a tree. It's not guaranteed to kill it, but that's your tipping point. It might survive, it might not. If you take more than 1/3, if you just take 1/3, it'll live for sure. And then if you want to go real heavy, like I said, wait till spring, wait till the fall. We'll do it then. Or you can go 1/3 one year, 1/3 the next year, but you got to give the tree time to heal.
Cool.
So you done?
Yeah, I think so.